There is a Charlie Munger quote, which I can't quite remember, but it's something like, I'm going to butcher it. It's something like, always invert. But basically what that means is, look at all the things that you don't want and then do the opposite. And this is really powerful because we as humans have a negativity bias, right? We as humans are very good at pointing out the things that aren't good in our life. The reason for this is because when our ancestors were hunter-gatherers, we would have needed this bias to keep us safe, because if we can constantly predict the bad things in our environment, then we're going to be able to survive. And so when you create this vision for yourself, instead of saying to yourself, all right, I'm going to create this amazing vision, think about all the things in 5 years' time and go for a long walk, unplugged. Think about all the things that you don't want in your life. Maybe you're working in a shitty corporate job, like I was, and you have to ask for annual leave and you have to do meaningless work. Maybe in 5 years' time, that is something that you don't want. And so if that becomes the anti-vision, then the vision is just the opposite of that. The vision is living a life of freedom where you're financially free, you'll be able to work from anywhere you want. Maybe that becomes the vision, but it only comes from looking at all the things that you don't want. So that's question number one. There are two more questions. Number two is, why is the anti-vision that you've created for yourself or that you've imagined up in 5 years' time that you really don't want, why is it so painful? Really think about that pain, because if you think about those pains and you can articulate those pains, guess what? People are going to join you because they're going to think and they're going to watch your content and they're going to be like, fuck, this guy knows my pains better than I do. And so when you create this vision, first you're going to ask yourself the anti-vision. Two, you're going to ask yourself, why is it so painful? That's going to give you a very good idea of what you're working towards. But number three, you're going to ask yourself, what are the things that you're doing to avoid it? Because that becomes the ideas for content. Because remember, your content is going to be pain point and desire orientated. It's going to be transformation based. So every single piece of content is going to address a pain point or a problem of someone that you're trying to target. And as a result of that, you're going to solve it and you're going to create these mini solutions for people so that you build trust with them. And so everything that you're doing to avoid the anti-vision that you've created in your head becomes ideas for content, because if you're actively doing it yourself, then it can probably help other people. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Hopefully this would have helped you, because I went through this process myself to build the strategy of brand that I want to go down.